everybody, it is your boy Roman, your favorite neighborhood Russian, and I'm just really glad to be sitting here recording this video while all of us have not yet been submerged into endless nuclear hellfire. Yes, it seems like the world is going completely off the rails recently. First we had Ukraine and Russia, then Armenia and Azerbaijan, and now the Palestine and Israel conflict is once again resurging. And I decided to film this video because I want to show you guys how some of the Z public in Russia, along with Z propagandists, a lot of them being Z Telegram channels, have recently been basically celebrating the loss of innocent lives in Israel and Gaza. In any case, Russia will get some sort of benefits out of this entire mess. Oh yeah, keep screaming no war. It just started over there for you in Israel. Ha 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 ha. And it's yet again another perfect example of Russian Z ideology being completely unhinged. Because I'm sorry, no matter what kind of opinion you have about the Palestine-Israel situation, celebrating innocent people dying is never a good look in my opinion. And these examples once again perfectly show the true moral character of the people supporting Z and everything that's going on right now. But yes guys, I'm pretty sure you're already aware of this. Israel has been recently under attack by the terrorist group Hamas. And honestly guys, I know it's really hard to speak about this topic without essentially getting death threats, but I'll just be completely honest. I am not the most knowledgeable person about Israel and Palestine, and it's really not my beef. However, I cannot support innocent people dying, and I personally believe that Hamas is not representative of the majority of the Palestinian people. And there are real issues in Israel regarding human rights and treatment of Palestinians. But I'm actually personally very conflicted because I've been to Israel several times, I visited friends there, but I also sympathize with the plight of the Palestinian people and what they had to go through in the past decades. So really my sympathies here are just with the regular people, the innocent people on both sides. And the entire situation just makes me feel absolutely terrible. However, Z propaganda pundits seem to think otherwise, because in their opinion what is currently happening in Israel is really funny.
What do you mean funny? Funny how?
Essentially a ton of the vitriol and the sort of celebration of the events in Israel that is going on in the Z camp currently is actually based off of making fun of people who left Russia because of the war in Ukraine. A large Z channel with over 100k followers on Telegram says this: imagine the smoothie boys that ran away from bloody Russia to peaceful Armenia, and then because of the escalation of the conflict in Karabakh, ran away to Israel. Ha 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 ha. Those who choose shame instead of war will get both war and an ass that's been ripped. Yes guys, you know, trust the Z propagandists to always talk about assholes and dicks and, you know, because obviously they're very masculine and homophobic, and yet all their fantasies revolved around other men, their dicks and asses. Cool. Regarding the conflict though, as always we wish military success and unbreakable will to both sides of the conflict. So yes, this guy basically doesn't care about Israel or Palestine. He's really happy because he imagines a Russian who ran away from mobilization in Russia, or maybe just left Russia because he doesn't agree with what Russia is doing. And a lot of Russians left to Armenia actually, so to this guy the conflict in Armenia is also funny in this context. And to him it's absolutely hilarious that the people who left Russia actually are now in danger in Israel, because haha, they're all traitors of Russia and they all should die, I guess. Oh my god, you're absolutely fucking unhinged. Another one right here, this is actually a picture of some prominent Russian Nazis. They have spoken out against the special military operation in Ukraine, and some of them actually live in Israel now. So here's another post from one of these Z people. Try to get to the border with Egypt if the airports are closed. Try living through Sharm el-Sheikh. Glory to Russia. Or here's another one from a Z writer Zakhar Prilepin saying, Israel has announced a massive call for reservists. They have announced a state of being ready for war. I'm not trying to joke, but is Maxim Galkin also going to be conscripted? He's a year younger than me. We are very worried. If you guys don't know, Maxim Galkin is a famous Russian comedian and artist. Everybody knows this guy in Russia, my grandparents do. And he's been actually one of the biggest celebrities in Russia to speak out against the special military operation. And actually so has his wife, Alla Pugacheva. Alla Pugacheva is a legend of Russian music, and both of them actually moved to Israel, right? So here's a few comments that Maxim Galkin and Alla Pugacheva have been getting on Instagram, and let's check them out, shall we? At Maxim Galkin, are you already volunteering? Or did you already sell out even this motherland? Here's another one saying, so what's up you anti-war activists? You already came out on the street with banners? Alla Borisovna, are you aware that they have conscription in Israel for women? Dude, she's like 75 or something. She's not being conscripted, I'm sorry. Interesting, where are you going to be running now? Oh yeah, keep screaming no war. It just started over there for you in Israel. Another one here saying, so how's it going recently in this free Israel? Maxime, have you volunteered to defend your motherlands? Or have you already collected all your things and are you running away to a new motherlands? Oh my god. Imagine being the kind of person to type these comments. Could not be me. Could never be me, honestly. I mean, this is just so pathetic. Like, what kind of person do you have to be to celebrate events like this just because somebody you don't like, who spoke out against the decision of your presidents, right? You don't like these people to a point where you want them to die in airstrikes. Yeah, surely a very healthy thing to do. Surely, you know, only a level-headed person would do something like this. I mean, guys... I think this is just a pretty obvious example of the Soviet mentality of, it doesn't matter what's going on in my house as long as the neighbor's cow has just died. These people are basically all celebrating that somebody's cow had died and somebody has it worse than them. You people have no fucking humanity. Anyway, Maxim Galkin did actually respond to all the criticism and said that he will be helping Israel, not as a soldier, but that he's not going anywhere and that he's proud to be Israeli, essentially. And by the way, guys, if we look into the comments, there's just a ton of anti-Semitism as well. As the saying goes, a Jew's motherland is where he has more food. And yeah, it's just a ton of people saying, thank you for getting the fuck out of Russia, sure. The fact that you left that comment shows that you don't care. I also get the exact same comments, by the way, from Z Russians that are triggered by me, so what a big brain crowd are we dealing with. Here's another one, for example, coming from actually one of the propagandists on Vladimir Solovyov's show. He's basically saying here that, in any case, Russia will get some sort of benefits out of this entire mess, because the world will forget about Ukraine for some time and will start trying to extinguish the never-ending Middle Eastern fire. And of course, we cannot be not happy for Makarevich, Bunina and Belly, which are also a few of Russian celebrities that denounced Russia and moved to Israel, and other ex-compatriots who moved to their historical fraternal lands because for them it was too hard to live in a country that fights wars with its neighbors. Okay, look, I'm not going to pretend like being a hardcore Israel supporter and a hardcore Ukraine supporter at the same time is in a little bit uncomfortable position to be in. However, the fact that the people who denounce Russia moved to Israel does not make their criticism of Russia any less true. So please seethe and cope. And there were also a few posts that I don't even want to really comment on and show to you guys because also they feature graphic footage. A bunch of these essentially are coming from also these Z Telegram channels with a bunch of followers. And essentially what these Telegram channels have been doing is posting videos showing bodies and corpses and essentially commenting about all of it in a joking manner, etc, etc. I mean, it's just absolutely fucking abhorrent. Like, once again, I cannot say anything else, but you're absolutely insane. And honestly, to me guys, looking at all this stuff, it's really not surprising at all because, believe it or not, there's a lot of anti-Semitism in Russia and that has always been the case pretty much. Also, historically, the Soviet Union has been known to have ties to Palestine and to have a lot of anti-Israeli rhetoric as well. I'm just saying that a lot of people in Russia were sort of predisposed to hating Jewish people, in a certain sense, and also, Russian propaganda has been basically non-stop talking about the traitors of Russia that actually, not Russians, who are actually, selling out their real country and they're moving to other countries like Israel, for example, to just sit there and shit on Russia. And essentially the point of this propaganda is to raise a certain vitriol towards these traitors of Russia who left the country, especially if they went to Israel, because once again it's a real epic slam dunk that you can do, because you can say, oh, you're disgusted with what Russia is doing? But you're fine with what Israel is doing, right? Now that is a peaceful country, isn't it? So they basically use that as a point to negate everything's being said in criticism of Russia. And it's just kind of become a classic trope at this point, because recently, for example, whenever some celebrity would denounce Russia and then it would not be known for a while where that person is because they possibly left Russia, Z people would flood the comments of these people saying essentially, haha, so you having fun in Israel yet? Shit like that, it's awful. And once again, it's really ironic that a nation talking about, denazification and all that being a necessity is so anti-Semitic. Could not be me, guys. Could not be me. And it's also known that Hamas is closely related to Iran, and Iran is currently pretty much an ally of Russia, so... Plus the whole fact that Ukraine is actually supporting Israel and that Zelensky is Jewish is also being sort of flipped and used by propaganda and everything. So pretty much all of these factors have joined in to, give us these beautiful takes. And essentially, once again, the whole point is to show the West, which Israel is also always considered to be a part of. The whole point is once again to show that the West is incompetent, that Ukraine doesn't know what it's doing, that, everybody is idiots. The only people that are always right are people that are Z, and that, support the glorious leader. Of course, of course. So yeah guys, once again, what do I have to say? It makes me fucking sick. Just a perfect example of what kind of people we're really dealing with when we talk about Z propagandists and, you know, hardcore Z crowds. These are people who laugh at other people's misfortunes, these are people who have no empathy, these are people who laugh at innocents being slaughtered. I don't know guys, I don't know what the response to this video is going to be, but I think it's pretty clear that despite where you stand, whether you're a hardcore supporter of Israel, or you're a hardcore supporter of Palestine, or or if you just worry about the regular people first and foremost, you know, I think we can all agree that these takes are fucking unhinged, okay? At least I hope that we can agree on that. Because Jesus Christ. Like, once again, I'm not surprised, but I am severely, severely disappointed. But yes guys, that is going to be pretty much it for today's video, I think. I just want you guys to be safe wherever you're watching this from. The world is fucked, and it seems like recently humans have been, you know, losing everything that makes them human at a rapid speed, so you know, I'm very excited for the future of the world. But yes guys, if you did enjoy today's video, then please make sure to slap the like on it. And as always guys, if you would like to support me additionally, if you like what I do on this channel, then you can go to the link down in the description and become a YouTube member. It's basically like YouTube's own version of Patreon, and it's the best way to support me. Or if you want to do a one-time donation, you can also do a super thanks underneath this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.